Hi guys, it's Elle, and today I am going to be doing a kind of like dark, feminine, grungy-esque makeup look. The summer is ending, fall is beginning. I gotta get on my spooky shit. So yeah, that's the vibe we're gonna be having. Plus, since my eyebrows are shaved, in my head I'm like, let me do all the looks that I think would look good, or that would be easier to do with no brows. My face is greasy, so I'm gonna wipe my face off because I want to do a matte look. So I'm gonna wipe my face down. If you care what toner pads I'm using, it's Mixsoon's Bean toner pads. I was thinking about doing blonde brows. I like the contrast of blonde brows and dark hair. I have two Pinterest boards. One is my light femme, one is my dark feminine aesthetic. I like having duality, and so depending on the vibe that I feel like giving out, I go between those two Pinterest boards. I was looking at my dark feminine one and I was like, yeah, that's the vibe for today. The way that I usually do brows, I always do powder. So we're gonna go ahead and start with my BB cream first. For more extravagant looks, I used to do eye makeup first and then the rest of my makeup. I think I've just gotten better at not spilling my makeup everywhere. The color match is insane! Eyebrows! I want like yellow blonde. Don't ask what palette this is. It's a knockoff. Anyways, I just broke it. Anyways, we're gonna take this shade, pack it onto this brush. I literally just put it everywhere and then figure it out later. It literally doesn't matter how you do this. If you have absolutely no brows on your face, just put it everywhere. It doesn't matter. I did it. Because I'm pale and the brows are pale, I have to use a bit of like a bronzer to carve them out so they can stand out and then not kind of like blend in kind of mushy like into the rest of my skin. I think I want them quite thin. Eyebrows is done. I'm gonna add white to them, I think. This white is really white. I kind of only really want to apply it towards the end. Okay, I think I'm serving. I think they're very close together. They're a little close. On to the rest of our base. I want it to be very cool toned, so I'm not going to use too much bronzer. I don't have any cream cool contour anymore because I don't have that. I'm going to use the bronzer very sparingly. Very light. So I don't think I'm going to use the same thing that I used to carve out my brows. I think I'm going to use something else. But first we got to get into concealer. I'm going to use our good old Clio cushion. I do want kind of like a bright under eye situation happening. My light is actively dying because I forgot to charge it, so excuse that. But let's get into contour. I'm going to be using more BB cream instead of contour because I don't know, I feel like this is easier to blend out. I like the way it looks. I'm going to be using a very small amount. I'm not going to put it all the way out here. I want it to be closer to my hairline and just overall the perimeter of my face. Only because of the way that this blends out. Okay, I like the way it's looking. Now I'm going to use the same product on my nose for contour. And I want a super snatched nose, okay? And I feel like I should say that nothing that I'm doing is necessarily like you have to do these things to activate your dark feminine, whatever. This is just like when I think tapping into my dark feminine energy, this is what comes to mind. This is the look I want to give. This is the energy I want to give, even if I'm not dressed like this, you know what I'm saying? To get that snatched nose contour, you kind of have to like go diagonal when you draw your nose contour, you know what I'm saying? Like this. But I do want to also say, I learned how to contour my nose from drag queens. I learned most of my makeup when I first started doing makeup from drag queens and watching drag tutorials. You may, as an average day, like cis women, may not want to walk around with a snatched nose, but I'm neither of those things, so you know what I'm saying? And because I want a bright kind of look, I'm going to use my white eyeshadow stick. I want a kind of cool toned blush. Applying this high up on the cheeks. And with this blush, it looks like it's a lot. I promise you it's not. A little bit on my chin. And then some on my nose. And now I'm going to blend this off camera. Then I'm going to put on powder. And then I'll be back. Now that we're all powdered, let's get into contour, blush, and eyeshadow. Yeah! I kind of want to be like snatched, like, you know what I mean? You see the difference? And then, yeah, snatched. I wonder if people click on my videos thinking they're gonna get like a normal tutorial, and then it's just me fucking around in my bathroom. Wait, they don't love me like I love you. Wait, they don't love me like I love you. Nose contour, and like I said, when you want that snatch nose contour, you damn near go diagonal with it. Let's pick a blush. Obviously, it's just gonna be this. Literally gonna put it where I put the liquid, but because it's eyeshadow, I have to be gentle with it. Really want to connect it to where all that contour is, rather than putting it too close like I usually do. Because I feel like this gives ultra snatched when it's higher up and less in front. On my chin, on my nose. I'm gonna real quick spray my face. Because I feel like the white, not whiting at the moment. Everywhere that I put the white, I'm gonna put white eyeshadow. Because it should be whiter. Well, hold on now. And then the under eye, of course. Like, I'm trying to give like almost gothic. I'm gonna put this also on my nose. Period. Yes. Okay. First thing, I'm gonna use brown eyeshadow because I am not good at imagining things. My brain sometimes doesn't fill in all of the spaces. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna take some brown, and I don't know how to explain it. I'm connecting it kind of with my nose contour. Instead of doing it too rounded in the front, I'm going to try and make it a little more rectangular. And then I'm also going to take that same brown from my waterline and then bring it up. And I kind of want to add red before I make it any darker. But before we even get to that, I'm going to take a fluffier brush, still using that same color as before, and going to where I've kind of created this like winged moment and kind of blending it out a little bit. And now I'm going to try and find a red eyeshadow. I do not have a red eyeshadow. I'm going to try and see if I have like a dark red lipstick. Shit like this, I swear, only happens to me when I'm about to film a video. Why did the entire lipstick just shoot out of this? Yeah, so I'm just going to throw this away. We're not even going to worry about it. I do have a red. I have this, and then I have this maroon color, but this maroon is giving purple to me. So I'm gonna first use this bright red, and then maybe layer it with this. Give me a sec. And place it where I've done this front bit. And I'm gonna add it more so to my waterline than anything. I'm not really gonna go fully out with this. Stop right about there. I'm not gonna go the full wing. I'm going to take that previous fluffy brush from before and kind of like take a little bit of the excess product off and blend. Trying to keep it in that same like, more so triangle. I don't know why I said rectangle. This is giving more triangle to me. And then same thing on the bottom, but more so focusing again near the waterline. I'm then going to go ahead and go in with this burgundy shade. Burgundy? Maroon? I don't know the difference between those two colors. Put a small amount in the center, and then this gonna go again with the same fluffy brush, clean off that excess. I'm trying to blend it more so upwards than downwards because I kind of want to keep this part clean, and I'm not gonna blend the bottom part at all. Now I'm gonna go in with the darkest brown in this palette and try and deepen this kind of cut crease moment closer to where the actual cut crease is. And then blend that with the red on the bottom. And now I kind of want to blend that, a little bit of that dark brown on my actual lid. Go back with this angle brush and mix the red and the burgundy color together, kind of. And I want to create an inner corner eyeliner. It's giving tight. Okay, now we're gonna add a little bit of black to everything. Tiniest bit of black in the darkest part. And then obviously add a little bit of black to the eyeliner. But not too much because I kind of want that to stay more red. And then of course blend a little bit of that black onto the eyeshadow. This makes me kind of want to add a little bit of that maroon to my blush. A little bit. Like the tiniest bit. I kind of want to deepen my nose contour a little bit, so let me do that. I know exactly the type of lip I want to do. Black lip liner, but instead of full red, just a red little gradient. I feel like I've done that before on this channel. So I'm going to take this lip brush. I'm dipping it in some black eyeshadow. I think I'm still going to add eyeshadow to it. I'm going to add a little bit of this burgundy, mix it with the red. Then I'll blend it with a lighter lip liner. I'm gonna do my liner off camera, lashes, lip gloss, and then come back with the full hair and makeup. This is the finished look. I look so I literally, when I tell you this look came to me in a dream, in a vision, literally last night, like early in the morning, actually, like at like 2 a.m. And I was like, I don't know if I can do what I think I'm seeing in my head, but we're gonna try. And I succeeded. It low-key kind of gives like feline a little bit, feline, but it also gives like vampire. Let me suck your blood, you know. I cannot stop staring at myself. If you notice my lazy eye, I apologize. I can't get this to go forward. But I hope you enjoyed this look as much as I do. Like, come on. And of course, if you've gotten to this point in the video, of course you enjoyed this video. So go ahead and give it a like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications so you never have to miss another video. Mwah!